Okay, so talking with Mrs. Roberts after our initial consultation, just going back and forth either through text message or in person, we have decided to switch the focus more onto assisting students with their digital interactive notebooks. Theme will be covered and talked about in each chapter or group of chapters, but students need to know how to set up a digital notebook using different options, but one we'll focus on is PowerPoint. So
Yeah, so I mean, the students are focused on theme, but I think for what you're doing for your class, it might make more sense if we focused on the digital aspect. I like the idea of allowing them to use the interactive notebook in a digital way using PowerPoint or PowerPoint templates. So I think that would be a smart focus to kind of shift from just the focus being theme, because they're also doing summaries. They're also going to include vocabulary. So if we came up with some templates and I went over how to do that, I think that would be great. So
I'm providing her with a checklist about how to go about setting up the PowerPoint and giving students some options about templates and how to use the templates to make their digital interactive PowerPoint notebook more personalized. So if we look here, we can see that there's an option to upload 2 to 3 free digital notebooks that the students will templates that the students can download. We'll provide it in CTLS, which is our learning system that students have access to. They can download it onto their personal laptops and then upload it or open it in their PowerPoint and be able to manipulate it from there. Um, and then we'll go through the steps of how to manipulate and change and add like the key parts, such as summary, theme, important quotes, specific vocabulary, how they can add pictures and audio, um, giving this to Mrs. Roberts to look it over and decide if there's anything that she needs to modify. Um, and then we can go from there after she looks at it.
looking at the checklist, yeah, this looks good. We can definitely do this. I think this will work.
How would you like us to proceed? Would you like me to model it um, teacher to teacher, in front of students, with students? Um, and then, or I can record it, the steps, so that you can view it. And if you need to, you can always go back to the recording.
Okay, so you're gonna make a video of the checklist steps, and okay, that will work.
Okay, so we have decided to do the recording of how to upload it to CTLS, how to show students how to access it and open it. So I will go through and show you how to do the whole process through the checklist, so that when it's your turn, that you'll be able to show the students the steps. Okay, so we want to have students set up a digital interactive notebook. And to make it more personalized, there is a way to download different templates for PowerPoint to make it look like an actual notebook. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so right now we are in my CTLS, which is like the Cobb learning teacher learning system. And this is my landing page. So I have a ELA test page or group. And this is my view as the instructor. And of course, this is the view that students would see. Um, I believe that it would be best to put the resources under the tab that says resources. And we can create a folder, new folder, and say PowerPoint template. Okay, so when you create that folder, we'll go into it and then upload some resources. A file. Dun, 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 dun. I have my template saved over here under PowerPoint templates, and there are 3 templates that I have found that I think would look good or be easy for students to use and give them a chance to look at them. We'll save and upload. Okay, so now students, when they get to, let's see, but student view, can I see the student view resources? Well, when they get into CTLS into your class and go under resources, they'll be able to go directly to the PowerPoint template and open up and download the different templates. So here's an example of one, and we'll be able to manipulate it once we click download. Here's an example of a second one. Okay, and this is the third one. And we'll be able to show them how to manipulate it. What I like the digital one, this one, and students will need to download, and it's down there. And then when they double click it, it will open up in PowerPoint, and you just click enable editing. And here we go. That would be like the first step for students to get the template that they like. Now they can search for their own template, free templates, because we don't want to pay for anything. But I think it gets a little overwhelming when there are too many options. So this one I think is good, or the other 2 that they have available, and that's how you as a teacher will upload it into CTLS and show them how to download the PowerPoint to have access to it. Okay, once students have downloaded the PowerPoint template and have opened it up, they can now begin to manipulate it. Again, I will share my screen. Okay, so sharing my screen, like you can see, we have the cover. There's a welcome. They can explore and see what it is, but let's show them how to, like, wherever they click, they'll be able to see what they can change. So here's the title. Here goes your title. So whatever they want to call it, or whatever you decide for them to title it, my interactive notebook. Let's make sure no, it's not quotation marks, italicized. The outsiders. Right, and you can show them how to, by grabbing those dots, you can change the size of the text box. See the arrows, you can decide where to move things. And then I could type your name, Miss Woodcock. Oops, did I misspell my own name? Woodcock. Okay. And so here's our title page. Now, what I like is that The Outsiders is a very well-known book and movie. So I want to fancy up the cover. We can click insert, pictures. Online pictures is perfectly fine. And I can type in The Outsiders. And then I get a slew of pictures from the movie. And it's just a matter of picking which one to use. So here's the cover, I think, of the actual movie box. And I just click insert in here. I've now gotten The Outsiders um, on the cover. And I can make it bigger. I can click on it to move it around. I kind of don't like it just centered. I like it like that, a little off-centered. So that will change the direction. Okay, so that's how you would insert a picture. We can also rearrange things. So if we don't want this picture, second page, well, welcome, you can show them how to move just by clicking and dragging. And then what would be your next page? If they need to make it a table of contents, they can click on the box, either delete the words, just highlight it, start typing over it. And I can say table of contents if I need to, if that's what you want them to have. I'm not sure. If I didn't want this second page, I could probably just move it down here so I could get rid of it. Well, I don't want to get rid of it. I might need it for later, so I can move it all the way down to the bottom. Maybe I need it for later, and I could scroll back up. I can scroll back up and click on the slide. So table of contents. And I could also show them you could show them how to add audio. So again, we go to the top where it says insert and go all the way to media. This is where you could insert video, audio, or screen recording. So audio, click on that, audio on my PC, or record audio. That's what we want to do. Click on record audio. And just click the red button. I have always loved The Outsiders since I read it in 8th grade many years ago. It is one of my favorite books by S.E. Hinton, and it really solidified my joy of reading. Okay, so now I have an audio button. So if they wanted to add audio, maybe for their audio reflection, it's right there, and you can press play, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio playback. You can also add a title box, because we're under insert, and here are the things that you can insert, or here's a text box. And see how the pointer has changed? So I can draw a text box just by clicking and dragging at the same time. And then I can say how the book influenced my life. Can also show them by highlighting the words or double clicking. I can change the font. I think a lot of times kids just need to play around with this, but these are some basic things. There's a lot of different fonts to choose from. And I can make it bigger. Okay. So that when it is time to present, and I just click like this presenter button. Is it going to start my slideshow? This is what it looks like, table of contents, and they'd be able to, that pops up and they can press the play button and hit escape to get out of that. So like if you continue down, like maybe the third slide, let's say this is chapters 1 through 3. So they would select that text and say chapters, I'm sorry, I believe you said 1 through 4. This could be chapters 1 through 4. They can go up here and change where it says math. Double click on that. Where it gets highlighted, chapters 1 through 4. And then go to the next slide. And this is where if they want to add, I don't know if you need them to add vocabulary, summary, you might want to use this for summary. You can move that up and then chapter summary. Also, the one about this one is that it has, oh, it's somewhere in here. Let me see which page. One of these pages has sticky notes. There we go. So if they, that's the cool thing. I like the sticky notes. They could click on one of them, right click, copy, and then go to, let's say here, and then right click, paste. And that way, maybe they want, once they paste it there, they can add, go back to insert, text box, and let's see, new, I always capitalize everything, vocabulary. And this is where, I mean, it's up to them. They can put the new vocabulary here. They can put anything on the sticky note that they want to. Let's see, that covers the summary theme, important quotes. They can put important quotes there. And then they can have another page for theme, and everything is clickable. I also suggest kind of maybe making like a duplicate of a page just so you don't use it and then realize that you need the same page again. So you can always have them right click, duplicate slide, and then it pops up, same slide. So it just doesn't, if you use it and then realize that you need to use the same slide again, it's still available to you if you copy it. And of course, all these things are movable and manipulable. I said that right, I hope. Okay. All right, so let's see. Stop presenting. Okay, so hopefully that helps you and goes through the checklist for you. And we saw how to insert the text box, audio, and you can see where you can insert video as well. Students can use the audio if they choose to maybe give their reflection verbally. So hopefully that will help you get through how to present the templates for their interactive notebook. So when would you like us to implement this strategy?
I think I'll be able to implement the strategies on Friday and go ahead and see what the students can come up with during that class period by showing them the templates. Should I?
Okay, sounds great. I look forward to working with you and seeing what the students produce.